Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. This is Pro Wrestling Logic with the NXT report for the 27th of July, 2021. Better than normal here on Sci Fi. Feels like a throwaway show in some regards, in the sense that the next few weeks don't lead to a payoff here in terms of you being on sci-fi. You've got less viewers and you know it, so maybe you don't do a lot. Anyway, so show opens with a intro recapping the feud between Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe. Kross lays Joe out. This week's tag team match kicks off the show. It's basically Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan defeating Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Dunne pins Ciampa to win the match. Ridge Holland interfered to help Dunne and Lorcan win the match. Trio then beat down the babyfaces. Ciampa against Dunne appears to be a clear direction that they seem to be going on because they did focus on it during the tag team match. Early on, war of attrition between two sides. Thatcher and Dunne basically are masters at the technical game. Ciampa and Dunne start off early on, but they glare holes through each other. Dunne tags in, squares off with Ciampa, and business tends to pick up. Match goes through picture-in-a-picture commercial break because we don't know how to book timing, and Ciampa and Thatcher stand tall. Show goes to break. Fight goes outside the ring. They fight there during the break, double teaming Thatcher. Show comes back to a full picture with that in mind. Hot tag to Ciampa and clears house. Ciampa runs wild with a series of clotheslines. Ciampa targets the arm of Dunne. Lorcan tries to make the save, doesn't get it done, and then grabs an ankle by Thatcher. Lorcan is pulled out of the ring by the ankle. Ridge Holland appeared, making a return to NXT. Holland attacked Thatcher with a lariat, laying him out at ringside. Lorcan then jumps in the ring, breaking up submission holds. Ciampa is applying all of this on Dunne. Ciampa then kicks Lorcan out of the ring and allows Dunne time to recover. Dunne executes a bitter end and covers Ciampa for the pinfall. Holland gets in the ring after the contest, jumps Thatcher, and Lorcan and Dunne make Ciampa watch as Thatcher gets beat down. Vignette comes in, and there's hype for Carmella Hayes. He's in a first round breakout tournament tonight. I'm not a fan of the breakout tournament. Isn't that what NXT as a brand was originally supposed to be? Anyway, Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross are set for TakeOver. Hit Row does a promo speaking Spanish, running down Miguel Fantasma. And then we see Joe's on his way to the ring. He looks to be angry, pulls table from underneath along with a chair, sets up a chair, invites Regal into the ring. Regal walks the ramp. Joe says Regal's going to fire Karrion Kross, but Joe had a much better idea. Three-step process. Joe hands in his resignation letter, leaving his current role. Joe has document for step 2. He says signing it would make him a part of the active competitor roster. Regal doesn't say a word. He leans over to sign the deal and take over Samoa. Joe 36, Samoa Joe challenges Karrion Kross. Regal signs it and it's official. Joe versus Kross. Probably, I would guess the best done contract signing. I would guess the best contract signing done in years in WWE. And I mean, Joe's return won't save the brand, but it does do good things for the brand as a whole. LA Knight is on a golf course with Cameron Grimes. There's basically some sophomore humor to be had here. Grimes is happy as heck. Knight's annoyed at hitting his ball in the woods. Grimes is excited. Carmelo Hayes defeats Josh Briggs to advance in the breakout tournament. Hayes faces Duke Hudson in the semifinal. Hudson joins guest commentary during this. Briggs has a power advantage. Hayes continues comeback several times. Comeback with Hayes. Show returns from the break. Codebreaker by Hayes for near fall. Briggs basically hit the big boot and then goes for a choke slam. Hayes manages to kick out at a 2 after the choke slam, thus killing the move. Hayes then hits tilt-a-whirl, counter escaping the clutches of Briggs. Hayes then leaps off the top rope and a leg slicing leg drop is here. Briggs and Hayes covers Briggs for the 3 count and $1 million pep talk. DiBiase shows up on the golf course, giving Cameron Grimes a pep talk. LA Knight hits a ball into the pond thanks to Grimes distracting him. Grimes finds the ball. DiBiase drives up in a golf cart. DiBiase tells Grimes that he's better than this. Grimes responds that if he's a man of his words, Grimes reckons Ted wouldn't be more upset if he didn't live up to his word. DiBiase tells Grimes that he wasn't born a butler. You're born to be a champion, DiBiase said. DiBiase told Grimes not to lose his pride and urged him to fight for what he believes in and tells him to think on all this. Dakota Kai turns on Raquel Gonzalez. I think everyone knew it was coming. At the same time, I'm not necessarily a fan of this because I think it sets Dakota backwards a little bit. Anyway, NXT champion Raquel Gonzalez addresses the audience, hyping herself as a good opportunity to represent the NXT women's division. Dakota Kai says that she is Big Mommy Cool, most dominant woman in NXT history. Kai puts her over as being better than Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Asuka. And Kai wonders out loud why NXT women's division is one of the greatest. Kai looks towards the entrance ramp and asks who's woman enough to challenge Gonzalez for the championship at TakeOver. Kai said as long as she's in the corner of Gonzalez, Gonzalez would always be champion. Kai raises her hand and then theme music played. Gonzalez turns just in time to see Kai charging at her with a running kick. Gonzalez goes to the mat and Kai grabs the championship belt. Looks like there's title match for a TakeOver here. Adam Cole cuts a promo on Bronson Reed ahead of their match later on. Io Shirai is training alone at the Performance Center. Zoe Stark approaches Shirai and says they should train together, and as they are, after all, the tag team champions of the women's division of NXT, why do we need this? Shirai says no, and she doesn't like her. Stark insists they should create a relationship. And Mandy Rose is seen huddled backstage with Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Rose shoots away the camera. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter defeats Frankie Monet and Jessi Kamea. Monet is getting on there in years. No offense to her, but everyone has a shelf life, and hers is past halfway. And to be putting her in a throwaway tag team doesn't make sense. Anyway, Catanzaro pins Monet after interference from Stone backfires. Double steam moves by Catanzaro and Carter. Monet and Kamea get some heat on the baby faces. Monet is working over Carter. Stone gets on the apron. Stone throws a handbag into the ring. He wants Monet to use the handbag to hit Carter. This backfires, and it distracts him. Monet then turns around, eats a kick from Carter, Catanzaro, and Carter executes a double team neck breaker 450 combo as Catanzaro pins Monet. I don't know. Catanzaro and Carter defeat Frankie Monet and Jessica May with Robert Stone, and absolutely no one cares. Roderick Strong is joined by Mark and Bevins. Sit-down interview with Wade Barrett. Strong put over Bevins. Strong said he could not break through the drama with Undisputed Era until he called Bevins. Bevins put over Strong as a leader, and Bevins talks about getting their money. They address Bobby Fish, and Strong warns Fish he's not finished with him. Imperium, Fabian Aichner, and Marcel Bartel defeat Hit Bro, Top Dollar, and Ashante the Adonis. Bartel pins Adonis run in by the Legado del Fantasma. Imperium's getting better of Adonis in the early part of the match. Creation of separation, tags top dollar. And I gotta grab my phone, so we'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail to finish this out. Again, it is what it is. I mean, ultimately, these segments are not. Imperium's there. They were gaining control when the show comes back from break. Hit Row is obviously an act. They're pushing pretty strong. Matches plotting a bit. Tag to top dollar. He cleans house. NXT champion Isaiah Swerve Scott and B-Fab come in. Raul Mendoza, Joaquin Wild attack Scott and get the attention of top dollar. Distraction allows Imperium to deliver an uppercut in Doomsday Powerbomb. Bartel covers Adonis for the pinfall. Golf skits continue. Grizzled young veterans are playing golf. They wanted to play through. Knight is playing too slow. Grimes takes up Knight and made a $20,000 bet. Whoever could sink the ball in the hole. Knight has his back turned. Grimes goes to swing his golf club. Knight hits the ball and gets hit in the head with the club by Grimes. Gets a hole-in-one, sinking the ball in the cup, does Grimes. Grizzled young veterans flee off the golf court before they can pay up. Meanwhile, Knight is getting to his feet. He's thinking Grizzled young veterans jumped him. Knight throws his clubs, and Knight gives chase on foot. Grimes remarks that he loves golf, and I don't know. It's there. Anyway, next Tuesday, Johnny Gargano versus Dexter Lumis. Love Her or Leave Her match involving Indy Hartwell, Roderick Strong with the Diamond Mine defeating or going after Bobby Fish. Joe Gacy and Trey Baxter in the first round of the NXT Breakout Tournament. And Hit Row versus Legado del Fantasma. Then Adam Cole defeats Bronson Reed. Cole pins Reed to win. Kyle O'Reilly attacks Cole post-match. They play up the size difference between the two during the first half of the match. Power wins by Reed for the majority of the early stages, and then he squashes Cole. Countering a superplex, Cole targets the knee. Cole goes after the knee for the majority of all the way into a commercial break. Cole works over the leg. Trash talk by Cole fires Reed up. Cole gets squashed in the corner, and Reed follows with a completely useless belly bump. Cole counters Reed and delivers an Enziguri. Reed comes back with a counter of his own and leads to him dropping Cole in a Death Valley driver near fall. Cole, with a 2 count on Reed, hits a running kick, and then Cole throws super kicks. Reed catches the foot. Reed comes back and chops Cole, but Cole kicks him in the injured leg and goes after the Panama Sunrise. Reed manages to kick out 2 3/4 count. Cole then pulls down his knee pad, singling the last shot. Cole hits the lariat on Reed. Cole wins 1-2-3 after delivering the last shot a second time. Kyle O'Reilly runs down and attacks Cole after the match. O'Reilly hits Cole with a chair, and O'Reilly chokes Cole out with a chair. O'Reilly picks up Cole and delivers a brainbuster in the ring and on the steps. Cole is selling, and O'Reilly is standing over him. As the show closes, it was fine, but at the same time, haven't we already seen these guys go before? Anyway, until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment.